Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for March 7th, 2022. Line them up and place your bets, people, just like Kevin Ridley.
Oh, here we go.
Beat y'all to it. Y'all y'all finished that.
Per game.
Here's my bet. One like Ridley. I had to pick up Calvin Ridley.
I'm sure he was smart and always bet against the Falcons.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, we'll see. Or maybe we won't see. But he said he only bet $1,500 per game. But, you know, he doesn't have a problem. No problem.
I'm glad this came out now, rather than when the Browns traded for him.
I read something about that. They said that the Browns were told that Ridley might be facing some kind of like they gave the Browns a head up about trading for Ridley. Like, so like they said the Browns had a gut feeling something was going to happen with Ridley. But I don't know if they knew or they probably just heard from some sources or somebody told them like, hey, they talking about this man been gambling on games, stay away, you know.
Well, they said there were multiple teams that were.
Yeah.
Multiple teams. So it just wasn't ours. It just wasn't Cleveland. So, you know, it was anybody and everybody who ever inquired, you know, they were all told there was something coming down.
So is there anybody that you guys aren't looking at?
Yeah, but
I was going to say,
we're talking to you.
Whatever receiver market.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing that gets me is I know they came out and they met with Baker's people at the combine. I still don't trust it. I had this feeling they're still going to trade for somebody or even trade Baker away.
I don't know. We'll see. They told him, they said you're our starter going to 2022, but you're not getting an extension.
I mean, Jimmy G's looking pretty good.
Oh, shut up, Dave.
I've seen the trade. I remember you put the trade in the chat about the Aaron Rodgers.
Hang on. I can.
Yeah. I was going to say.
I seen somebody put a trade. They said the Browns give up their first. Once I think it was the first this year, and the first next year, I think, for Russell Wilson, or was it the third for next year for Russell Wilson?
It's a lot.
Well, if
you can always find a young hoe. I mean,
with this occurring, look at this. Really puts the Falcons in a really bad position because this is the listing of their unrestricted free agents right now.
Are any of them got? Really?
These are all unrestricted free agents.
Not to get off topic, because I don't think this is off topic, but I'm going to derail for half a second here. Is there anybody in the NFL that did more for their bankroll than Cordarrelle Patterson did this past year?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I am not doubting that one bit. I'm not doubting that one bit.
I think we're kind of all on that boat. With what Gail said.
Yeah.
Just put up for 6.
Oh. I was going to say, we're both shooting for it.
I love how you guys fight over who's going to put the shit up on the screen.
Well, usually he goes for the wraparound, and I was going for the banner, and this time he flipped it. He went for the banner first.
Yeah, I think it's in 2 different menus, so it's just, okay, which one do I open first?
Right.
Yeah, somebody has definitely improved his stock. I mean, that, you know, running back / wide receiver. I mean,
well, here's the biggest thing I'm noticing on this list. AJ fucking McCarron's still in the league. I mean, where's Captain Roulette? Can we see her?
Again, he's on the free. He might not be.
Yep. Yeah. 100%.
Matt Ryan, like, I won MVP and played myself to a big contract. Ain't been an MVP nowhere near closer to a since.
Still lost the Super Bowl after being up 28-3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay though.
So Ridley is an indefinite suspension. They're saying at least it's the at least through this year. They haven't. I mean, it's like, okay, wait a minute. Either you're going to or you're not going to keep him suspended after this year.
Well, I mean, he's suspended for this year. Then he's got to go talk to the principal.
I like that.
Well,
That was,
I mean,
I like that.
We will see if you've learned your lesson and put your bets offshore.
Are you just going to play the mental health card again?
Well,
that's the thing. I'm about to say, God.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't using the mental health.
These are from today. These are all from today. I bet 1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. I couldn't even watch football at that point. Just gonna be more healthy when I come back.
Oh, I thought that said wealthy for a minute, but okay.
Hold on. What's that first thing you said? What's that first one that you said? He said, George?
1,500 total.
I bet 1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem.
You know who said them exact same words except for 1,500? Michael Jordan. Yeah, they said that man was going to Vegas every off day to gamble some money away.
Yeah. It's not looking good. I mean, it was rough for the Falcons last year. It's really not going to be looking good this year. I mean, Clint, you brought it up. You brought it up in our chat, and it's like, all right, you think that the Browns would take a look at Mr. Koo, Mr. Young Ho? Are you serious? I think there's a lot of teams that will be looking at him. That will be a there hasn't been a kicker who's been wanted pretty much.
Just ran across my feed. I seen. I was like,
no, but
I'd be interested in them.
Yeah, it's a great point to bring up because they
He
only
get 50. That's another thing.
They only turn around and had him for a 3-year rookie deal instead of the 4, and they're letting him go. And it's like, why?
Think about it too, though, with the Bengals and how they drafted it McPherson or whatever last year. The people are actually going to take heed and look at it like shit. Kickers are very valuable at this point.
Yeah.
And as to the why, they have just under $4 million in cap space total right now.
Who?
And that's just the top 51 guys.
The Falcons?
Yeah.
Ouch.
So that list, most of them are gone. I mean, Patterson's gone because he's going to get a payday somewhere.
Yes. I totally.
Guys, I think it's gone. I think Russell Gage is gone.
Yeah, Gage is free agent.
I feel bad for Hayden because Hurts was so good in Baltimore, and then just kind of fell off in Atlanta.
Well, I'm looking at it now. They have 2 running backs on the roster right now, and 3 wide receivers total.
Yeah, and
the
one running back who the one running back who actually did something is the one who's out the door.
Yeah. I was going to say they have 3 wide receivers on the roster totaling $1.5 million in salary.
Wow.
Ain't nobody getting paid anything.
No.
Oh.
So
Ryan
will have to restructure. There's going to be no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, they have traded. They have Mike Davis under contract, and they have Caleb Huntley.
I remember Mike Davis. I'm like, why the hell did y'all sign Mike Davis? They signed like a 4-year, $17 million deal. I'm like, you signed him off the 1 year when Christian McCaffrey got put on IR? I'm like,
yep. He showed up.
to be fair, his cap hit's only $3.25 million. That's not where your problem is. Except for the fact that you're paying a running back who isn't going to do a whole hell of a lot for you. Your problem is you're paying Matt Ryan $48 million.
And that restructure is going to be could be a Tom Brady back end.
Yeah, you're going to be paying him till he's like 45.
They're going to have to. I mean, they said DeMarcus Lawrence of the
Or
Cowboys
they'll still be paying him.
Right. He said no.
Or they'll still be paying him after the fact. Matt'll be sitting there with the great grandbabies on the kneecap, still getting paid.
They'll probably restructure it to give him way more guaranteed money.
So what are you trying to say? We're going to give Ryan a Bobby Bonilla, but on a football end?
Dave was waiting. I was waiting for Clint to stop because I knew Dave was going there.
I was going to say he's now going to be Matt Bobby Bonilla Ryan.
No, you can't do that with Matt Ryan.
You have Matt Ryan Day?
I'm cool with Bonilla. That's the only one. I know when his day is. I don't have to remember. I won't have to remember two of them.
Can't let Stats Guy have all the fun.
What is Tampa Bay's? Where's
the cheat sheet?
Hang on, I
the cheat sheet actually has been updated.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was gonna say
they've been doing so many. They've been doing so many restructures. Yeah. The cheat sheet is no longer valid. That was null and void probably about 4 weeks ago.
Well, it did last for a while, though.
Yes, it served its purpose for a while.
Tampa Bay has about $21 million in free money.
Damn.
Yeah, Bruiser's got a point now that Brady's nobody gives a shit about Tampa Bay.
Well, this is Tampa Bay's list. This is a lot of bodies. A lot.
I'm watching NFL Live and they're talking about Tampa Bay.
A lot.
Well, they
Wait, Ali Marpet retired?
Yeah, 25.
That was a couple weeks back. That was just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. They were saying a lot of people outside watching NFL Live, they were saying that they need to lock up Carlton Davis. They said they probably the corner. They said they probably lost Ryan Jensen. They said Ryan Jensen's probably gone. He's going to get paid a significant amount of money. I think they will franchise tag Godwin.
I thought they already did today.
I don't know if they did today or not, but I think he will get tagged.
Well,
I think Gronk will retire.
There is only one running back on the team right now because the other three are free agents.
Playoff Lenny, free agent.
They're all free agents.
I'm kind of surprised to see Bernard go there after the year he had with Cincinnati. Like, knowing he went into that crowded of a backfield.
Well, he just wanted.
He was Tom Brady, James White.
He wanted to get a ring. That's all.
And how'd that work out?
Yeah. Oops.
Anybody want to guess who the running back is still on the roster? I said guess.
Damn it, I got
look it up.
I got.
Technically, there are two.
Technically, there's two.
It is Keyshawn Vaughn.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yeah,
I know him.
Keyshawn Vaughn. Yeah.
I don't know.
Kenjon Barner.
Oh my God! From Oregon.
Wow.
Age 33.
Oh my God.
He's still on the squad.
Oh, wow.
Taking just under $1 million.
Jesus.
The kid has so much potential coming out of college and just flaked out.
Like them Oregon running backs from Michael James was another one.
Yeah, this is another healthy list. This is the current updated. I have this whole page of the full updated free agents / retired bodies. Tampa Bay.
Let me give you fun numbers. Fun numbers about Tampa Bay.
Shoot.
18 players on offense under contract right now. 18.
Holy shit.
Oh,
wow. For $84 million in cap.
Yeah, I got you to pay Mike Williams.
And that's obviously that's not at quarterback.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So who's the only quarterback they have now? Trask, because I think Blaine Gabbert.
Trask.
Yeah,
They got two. Oh, it's still technically listing Brady and Trask because Brady's retired. So technically his contract is still
right.
You got to get through the end of the it's Trask. That's it.
Well, who are they going to go get? Who are they trading for?
Well, that is just the $1 million question. I mean, they're looking at moving Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, even though Russell Wilson says he's staying put. I'm sure Seattle is probably going, well, if the price is right, maybe.
It's not in with Tampa Bay.
I was gonna say Jimmy G. Yeah, that's a body moving. Aaron Rodgers is a body move. Who mentioned that in our chat, by the way? Somebody else said another 12 for a 12. Somebody else mentioned that in our chat.
No, I was the one that said call me crazy, but I don't think he's going anywhere.
Who, Rodgers?
Yes. I think he stays.
With,
I think they're going to offer him like 48.
Yeah, they said they offered him some massive contract that's going to redo the quarterback market.
Well, they've already started to restructure, but they're still in the hole. So they're not.
They're definitely going to be in the hole, and they're going to try to figure out a way to do his new deal, franchise Devontae, and have nothing else.
2-man squad.
Don't Green Bay still got a lot of they like major core people, I think, intact.
And this is your list of bye-byes, including Tanyan. And that's
you can play any tight end with Aaron Rodgers.
Look at your corners. Your defense was already Swiss cheese, and you're losing 3 corners.
The only good one on there is Kevin King.
Right, but I'm just saying you're losing everything.
I mean, currently they're 29 in the hole,
and that's after restructuring some deals.
Yes,
that is after restructuring some deals. So it's going to be very difficult to turn around and sign the farm when you don't have anything.
Just looking at positions, obviously they've got a lot of money invested at quarterback. Shocking. They've got $55 million invested in linebacker right now. That's a lot. It's Zadarius Smith is making 27.
That's the one.
Preston Smith is making 19. They're both 30-year-old outside linebackers.
Jesus Christ! I remember one got didn't one get tagged last year? I look at Green Bay needs. I feel like Green Bay is one of those teams. Like if they get Rodgers, if Rodgers stay, all them needs they can probably fill with draft or minimum tier free agents.
Yeah, but you still have to sign the draft. You have nothing. You've got no money. You have no money. You have to have some sort of money.
They can sign a draft picks, don't they? They don't need. They don't got to be on the cap to sign a draft picks, do they?
It's everything.
Okay, there's like a separate cap for just draft picks, but at the same time, at some point, you need to be able to take that and slot it into your regular roster.
Okay. Correct.
So yeah, I mean, you can go through the draft, not being able to afford to sign any of the guys you're drafting, but obviously you need to figure that out.
Right, and that's why whenever you see a lot of these guys going, oh yeah, this team, their grade for the draft was a C or a D, it's because they're not looking to keep anybody. They're just drafted them to move practice squad, hit the waiver wires, and other teams to be able to pick them up.
Yeah, I'm very curious if either of the two Smiths are going to be on the roster this coming year, because I mean, your total cap hit between the two of them is $47 million. between those two players.
For a 30-year-old outside linebacker.
And
Hell.
you can walk away from both of them with a dead hit of about 20. So you're saving 27 by cutting both of them.
Oh, and the other expanded list just to make somebody super happy. Dub Bears. And look who tops the list.
There's your boy, Clint.
You really care about the Bears?
And the Bears have
Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ!
big list.
That's a list.
It's like half the
Hang on.
Dang.
I need to see.
I thought it was the team to do a scroll down.
Yes, I did do a scroll down and a scroll up.
Oh my
and a
God.
scroll down. Yes.
Oh,
Because,
well,
yeah.
I see people on there that if they let go, I will love the Browns to take.
A quarter of the
I would love a
team
King Hicks
is
here.
available.
We need a linebacker.
I gotta look and see what the hell wide receiver they're gonna keep.
Probably you would hope Allen Robinson.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying if you're losing what four off that list.
Yep.
Right now you've got Mooney.
I was gonna say.
Who I love, he'll probably be number one.
Yeah, Webster, Coulter, and Daz Newsome.
I don't know who those last three are. I just know Mooney.
I was gonna say here's and speaking of our residency for our Bears fan, Rob's perfect timing.
Mark is good with the kick
He
rock
goes
ball.
basically only
Mooney.
Rob is even saying only Mooney, and you got Komet too. That's another set of hands that can catch a ball.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Cole Komet.
This is a very large list. A very large list.
You got some nice linebackers. You got a couple, safety.
Mm-hmm.
You got
that guy right there. That's gonna try to latch on to another team and try to get him a Super Bowl ring.
Which one? There's several.
I'm talking about that first guy on that list.
Dalton.
Dalton?
So technically he's signed, but it's a voidable year, and why would you keep him? Because you already have three other quarterbacks on your roster, including the guy that you claim is your future in Fields. You've got Nick Foles, and you've got Ryan Willis.
Who?
Practice squad.
USFL quarterback?
And Rob's saying he says they hope he resigns Ogletree.
Yeah, Ogletree. I've always liked him, and even when he was with the Rams and everything.
Yep.
There's some people that they probably should resign. Ogletree's good.
Yeah.
Bruce Irvin's going with Seattle, right?
Yeah, Ifedi, even if I pronounce his name. I think in order for Justin Fields' sake, I think you probably keep Jesse James. That's kind of been Fields' guy if he's been in Chicago, but
but he's also got Cole Komet too.
Yeah.
So, you still got that going. So I mean,
yeah, he got Cole Komet, but just like Jesse James' safety blanket. Like if you're a young quarterback and you got that bona fide safety blanket, I feel like you need to keep him around.
I'm surprised the Steelers ever let him go.
I mean, they had Vance McDonald, and they signed Ebron, and they got fair move.
You mean the guy who's also on the Steelers free agent list right now? Ebron?
I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse James will be going on his fourth team in 4 years.
Something like that, yeah.
So, I mean, the example is you can find a Jesse James somewhere else.
He likes them 1-year deals, don't he?
It certainly seems that way.
And Rob's in agreement.
Talk about hit it and quit it. Good Lord.
That's what she said.
Because he was in Pittsburgh. We had him in Detroit for a year. Goes to Chicago for a year. And now.
Wherever he is now.
Yeah.
Did he play for the Cardinals too?
Don't be surprised if it's Seattle. Seattle's rotating through tight ends horribly right now.
But I mean, Chicago's got a little bit of room to play with. They've got over $25.5 million. So pick and choose who you want to sign. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Allen Robinson.
He's probably
I have
out
no
the
idea.
door.
He might
I don't
be.
think he'll be there.
I certainly got that impression during this past year, but with Nagy gone, I mean that
I'm
might
about to say
change.
Nagy's gone,
That
so maybe that
can
might be a
change
change
some.
state.
That can eliminate some bad feelings.
Yeah.
How long before Nagy starts fucking shit up in Kansas City and people want out because he's there?
And Andy Reid will say bye-bye beforehand. And I think Andy Reid will drop him first before that happens. And Robinson, they sabotaged Robinson.
It seems that way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. And or Nagy pretty much did.
And you see why he's not the head coach anymore.
I don't think nobody was saying like Robinson. Like, I think when Robinson numbers start dropping, it's like okay, then you after you watch the Bears play, it's like, God, they is not throwing to hardly nobody. It's just like soon as Mooney came in and picked up, it was like, oh, we just look for Mooney. Now Robinson just was lost there. That's all. That he was just like they ain't use him right. People forget Allen Robinson is a big down the field threat. Like he made him as a possession receiver. Like
I was just trying to see.
Keem Hicks, I said.
So Orlando Brown has been tagged by the Chiefs,
With little Zeus, ain't it?
and that is 16-6 for that franchise tag salary.
He hasn't decided yet if he's going to sign it, and he's representing himself at the moment.
Ooh.
Well, so you're gonna have a conversation with the mayor. Mayor gonna tell him what to do. I think he'll sign it.
And we know that Njoku got tagged by the Browns. Now, is that a waste?
If you ask Ryan Burch, it is.
I don't like David Njoku. Y'all know how I feel about Njoku. I'm a defend it for this reason, and we did this on Barking Edges. When I broke down his Pro Football Focus grade, he was best hands down, and Hooper had him blocking by like a 0.2. So it's like, and they still talking about keeping Hooper on the roster.
Yeah, well, it's not costing you anything. It's not costing you anything. It isn't costing you anything.
Shit, get rid of Hooper anyway. He's trash.
Yeah, Rob, I agree. And like I said, I think that's why this year it'll be a different story if they decide to keep him.
Well, let's be honest. We could mark out Ronnie Harrison on that list. He already let know he's not coming back. Matt Wilson's gone. Bye him. He's not on there, but bye him and good riddance. Rashard Higgins could kick rocks too. I need them to resign Chris Hubbard.
Okay.
I think they let Malik Jackson walk because of age, but he was good when he was here. Definitely got to resign Anthony Walker.
What about Clowney?
Definitely got. I thought he the one that was gonna get tagged. Yeah, he's number one on my list too. I thought Clowney was gonna get tagged, not the Joker.
That's who I thought was gonna get tagged.
I'll be back in a few guys.
But apparently, I guess the Browns brass feel apparently they can work a deal with Clowney that can get him to stay. I think McKinley's probably gone. It's tough for him because he tore the ACL, I think, later in the year.
You think the kicker's gone?
Yeah, he's definitely gone.
Like I said, the kicker should be gone, and kicker and punter both out the door.
I hope to God they draft that kid from San Diego.
Conquest wasn't bad when he was here. The only reason the Conquest brothers, whenever they get picked by the Browns, they do good. We need a young punter though. Like, yeah, I don't want no punter that's like 40. Getting up there in age.
Well, it's like you need some consistency. The only other person also tagged up is Jesse Bates, a free safety from the Bengals.
Damn it! I called it too. Didn't I say they need to tag? Didn't I say I wanted Jesse Bates? Damn it! They tagged him.
Yep, they
Smart,
tagged him.
He's smart. No, real smart.
Yeah, it was, and it was a smart move. It was a smart move.
It's crazy though. Only like 2 people, well, 3 people only got tagged. Well, the more probably gonna get tagged.
Only
The
3
deadline
so
tomorrow.
far. You still got a lot coming in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. Ain't the deadline tomorrow for the tag?
We have a lot coming in the next 24 hours. A lot.
Probably gonna see a lot of people getting ready to get released too.
Great.
Jarvis Landry's out the door.
The 14th, right?
Now, the 16th is first official day. Now, because we brought them up, look at all the wide receivers that are walking out the door off of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, really. Well,
They're really good though.
I'm just saying, you're literally taking your
You're talking about depth.
Your depth is walking right on out the door. That's your depth. And Ray is going to find himself a resurrected career someplace. If he's got a good quarterback, that guy.
Gonna get Ray to me.
That guy is going to be interesting.
He's a special teams guy. I'm not signing Ray McLeod to give me 50 catches a year.
Well, I'll tell you. Here's. I was like, oh wait a minute, he'll be in bed anyway. Ray to the Seahawks. I said it first. I'm just saying.
You're gonna revamp his career in Seattle.
I'm just saying. If Wilson stays put, you got Metcalf, you'll have Lockett, and you'll have Ray. Because the other 2 scrubs ain't cutting it.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Ray McLeod as
well. And the thing is they can get him at a steal. They can get him at a steal. Because Juju's going to want big money. Washington's going to want money. But Ray is going to be a steal.
I hope James Washington ain't asking for a lot of money. I've seen that man. That man got the drops like it ain't nothing. No.
And speaking of the Hawks, I think my DJ Dallas cards and Bryce's DJ Dallas cards are definitely going to bolster up a little bit of bucks. Because Collins, Penny are both free agents out the door.
I tell you what, the name on that list is surprising. I mean,
who? Yeah, Chris Carson, I think, is gone.
But is that Robert Nkemdiche or whatever? That kid was so highly talented. He was coming out of Ole Miss, and he just hasn't lived up to the hype.
Nope.
What happened to Will Dissy? Then he had a one good year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It disappeared.
Yep.
I think a lot of these guys from Seattle won't really be missed, too. If Seattle really want to make Russell happy, they just re-sign Dwayne Brown.
Yeah.
That's the one guy Russ just wants them to re-sign. Russ, like, just give me my left tackle. That's it.
Or tag him at least.
They're probably not going to tag him because he's like the other end of 30, and he's been kind of injured for like the last couple of seasons.
I like Sidney.
If you're only looking at not 8 to 9 as an average, it's not.
I don't think the tag for him going to be $8-9 million if Orlando Brown got 16.
No, I'm saying per.
Oh, you're talking about per? Oh, like signing a contract per year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably gonna want more though. I think.
Well, like you said, it's on the back end of the aging. I mean, you sign him up and make it 8-9 per year, and you could get a couple more out of them. But
Be
but
incentive-
it's kind of
incentivized.
like doing with the Rams. You know, you got to go all in.
Yeah, just go for broke.
Yeah,
Seattle might be that next team that might just try to go for broke too.
and here's their tiny list. This is their short list. Granted, there are some big names on the short list, but this is their short list.
So what's up with the cryptic tweets that Von Miller put out? Is he staying or going?
You know, I was wondering that one myself when I saw that. I was like,
You gotta remember about the thing with
really?
Von Miller. Von Miller got traded to the Rams. He ain't get released.
Right.
Released. So I think
That was
he'll
his,
probably go back to Denver.
what's that, his second ring?
Yep.
Yeah.
Austin Corbett, a free agent. They might try to lock him up.
Wish the Browns would have kept him.
I think they'll pull something to keep Sony Michelle around because that was their saving grace. As soon as
Well, think about it though. Think about the linemen that the Browns traded away. Corbett, Mitchell Schwartz. They all have rings now.
Yeah.
Cleveland did them a favor.
Austin Corbett, to me, when he was here, though, with the Browns, was just bad, though.
Oh.
Like I knew he was gonna get cut. The Browns just didn't want to pay Mitchell Schwartz.
Well, the thing is with Corbett, they didn't have Bill Callahan either.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, look at. I'll bring up the Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl run. Shanahan was the OC, and you know everybody questioned me in the in the Michigan Aces League. What the hell I was doing drafting all the Atlanta Falcons players that year. And that's when Mac left Cleveland and went to be the center for Matt Ryan. And I said, guess what's going down? I know what's going down. And with Shanahan in his second year there, I'm like, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong. And I was not wrong. And it's all about who the OC is, their schemes, and as long as you get it, the right guys in the correct schemes, you're good. Mm-hmm. Do you think Tom Brady would have worked in Cleveland under any of the OCs that were here?
Yeah, because he would have been OC. They would have called it even horrible. Like, no, fuck you, we're doing this play.
But the way that the linemen were set, there was no way. It wouldn't have worked here. Yeah. It's like, oh, everybody wishes they would have had Tom Brady. It all depends on your scheme. I'm telling you, it does. That is one of the big key factors. And it definitely was proven the next year when Shanahan left the Falcons and went to the 49ers. And all of a sudden, Suggs went and drafted all the Falcons and thought he was stealing them all from me and going to have a kick-ass year. And by week 6, he's wondering why he was in last place. And he goes, what the hell happened? I'm like, dude, the OC left. Did you not pay attention to the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, and the assistant defensive coach all left? He's like, what? We got to start paying attention to the coaches now? Yeah, Captain Obvious.
No, out of all,
nobody thinks that is a big factor in fantasy football. They think that, you know, nobody pays that much attention as far as OCs and assistant coaches. Dude, it has a lot to do with fantasy football. Plenty.
Which team has the least amount of free agents?
Besides the Rams, I want to say it was the Saints. There's their little list too.
Oh, they look at some heavy hitters.
Quan Alexander used to be, I thought.
I'm talking about Teron Armstead. That's a big loss for them. PJ Williams a big loss for him too.
Yeah. There's the Lions. Lions had a small list.
Ain't none of them guys probably going to be back. Probably
They
some
might
Josh.
keep. They'll keep the linebacker Anos, whatever,
I was gonna say it's gonna be between these two
Anzalone.
and Maven. I think it'll be
He
between
was on a tear and then he got injured, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be keeping any of the wide receivers. And the reason why they did play Boyle is right there, because they knew he'd be a free agent, and if somebody needed a quarterback, possibly like the Saints or even the Panthers, everybody got to look at him.
He won't be signed.
Boyle, I don't know. He has come up in the circles already as far as what is available and what will work with some teams.
I say J.D. McKissick should get a good deal. I mean, he had a decent year with the Washington team.
Well,
like
the thing is McKissick is kind of getting to be that journeyman because remember he started with San Francisco. You know.
I'll tell you what, Brandon Scherf's sitting there though. It's a hell of a lineman.
He's probably gonna get tagged again.
That's one of them big Iowa boys.
You probably get tagged again. You've been tagged
I
so
think
much.
this is your shortest list right here. I think that this, 8 guys.
Hey, Jannard Avery. I remember that guy.
There's your shortest list.
Well, and think about it too. They got the shortest list, and they got 3 first-round picks, so 3 of those guys can get replaced by a rookie.
Mm-hmm. Including the running back.
Now, I saw a mock draft today that for the Eagles had them taking that Nakobe Dean, the linebacker from Georgia, and then taking Ojabo from Michigan. I'm like, damn, they trying to get that defense shored up.
Here's another big list. This is the Cowboys. Look at some of the names on that list, including one particular linebacker.
So you can add DeMarcus Lawrence to that list because he's probably going to get cut.
Van Der Esch is on that list.
I would love him.
Dude, you know, when I saw Van Der Esch on this list, I was getting excited. I was just like, please don't tag him, please.
I like Michael Gallup here. They talking about they might tag Schwartz.
Really? They probably should. He's been having a hell of a year. Last 2 years, he's been decent.
Schwartz. They said between Schwartz and Randy Gregory. Are 2 people they decided between who's going to get tagged.
Keanu Neal's another one that I feel bad for. He had to come out of college from Florida being highly touted and just couldn't stay healthy.
That's the same way with Malik Hooker.
Mm-hmm.
The kid was a stud, but he just could never beat the injury bug.
That Dynasty or whatever, that's a big dude. The offensive tackle.
Look at all the teams God, Jesus, man. All the names.
I think if Van is left alone and left to walk, somebody's getting paid. He is about to get paid. Wherever he goes.
He ain't even 30 yet, neither.
Yeah, wherever he goes, he is about to get seriously paid.
Yeah, some of those guys probably going to. I think they'll re-sign Connor Williams. You know, he was.
I think Dallas had. Do they have 12 to 14 mil, Dave?
They are negative 21.
Ooh.
I told you they might get more. Hence why I said DeMarcus Lawrence. They asked him to take a pay cut, and he said no. And he's making what? Good, close to 30 himself.
Well, that's because you just gave your big dogs money, and it's like, and you wasted it on Cooper.
Well, y'all overpaid Zeke.
Also, they have $61 million invested in their O-line.
Zach Martin
is 32 and he's making $20 million. So you got to believe if they have somebody they feel that can take that spot, they can save themselves some money. You've got Tyron Smith at left tackle making 17, but the thing is, that's a left tackle. That's a bit harder to fill that spot.
Yeah, you pay
a guard.
Hey, that's good for you.
Well, like I said, there are going to be some there is some availability out here. Some nice names out here.
They have 10 O-linemen under contract right now, and 6 of them are 25 or younger.
Lock them up, smart.
I want to go up to. Hang on, I'll come back down to them, but
no worries.
I want to.
I think the Patriots got the shortest list.
No.
Oh no, that was somebody else I seen that looked shorter
no,
than there.
They don't. Let me go back to. Dave, this was the Lions list. I wanted to go back to that because you weren't here.
I mean,
you don't want to see that.
We said we figured between the two linebackers, it'd probably be somebody that they would.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see them taking a shot at one or both. I mean, they got $20 million to spend. The question is going to be, where do they want to make the hit at?
$20 million to spend, and Van Der Esch is out there. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I think Reeves Maben might actually have a shot at being re-signed. I'm not. It's just hard to tell. I mean, they've just got money tied up in weird places. Like, they have a ton of money tied up in linebacker, and not. I mean, Trey Flowers making 23. Romeo Okwara, who is hurt basically damn near all year, is making 14.5.
Ooh.
He was their best player, wasn't he? Defensively, probably.
Well, that's until they draft age.
You mean after Jacksonville drafts Hayden?
No, Jacksonville's taking an offensive tackle to protect their fucking golden boy, Sunshine.
I mean, I hope you're right. I certainly hope you are right.
Well, speaking of Jacksonville,
I was about to say, pull up Jackson.
DJ Chark is. I've been watching his Facebook postings, and so far he feels pretty comfortable that he will still be there. So it sounds like they will either tag him or sign him.
I mean, good on him, but I mean, out of the last 3 years, how many games has he actually played? I might actually look that up just for shits and giggles.
I was going to say, because he wasn't that bad, the year prior to this past year. Because I even had him on fantasy, and he was pretty solid.
I think he got over 1,000 yards.
So he's been in the league 4 years. So what? 4 times 16, that's math. That's what, 64 possible games? 65 because we had 17.
You're the numbers man. That's why we pay you.
Sure. Mm-hmm. He's played in 43 out of the 65 possible games.
With most of them being this year, because I believe he was injured right out the gate this year.
I was going to say 2021 he played in 4 games. 2020 he was 13. 2019 he damn near played the whole season. He played 15 out of the 16. And then 11 his rookie year. But he gets hurt every year. I mean, it's football. Lots of guys get hurt every year. But, coming off of...
Well, the 11 thing from 20 was COVID. That was COVID. So, like I said, had him on the squad. I know. That was one of my COVID guys. So, that's why. The injury, quote-unquote injury, that was just this year. So, prior to that though, no, that was COVID. You had to do your COVID quarantine. He was out on COVID. I'm pretty damn sure about that. Because like I said, I had to put him in my damn reserve slot for it.
But I don't know where he ranked in terms of possible free agent.
Well, it's not the fact that he's superstar receiver. He gets the numbers though. I mean, you're looking for your 80 yards, maybe a touchdown here and there. I mean, it's your consistency that you're looking for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you let Cole go, before that. Robinson gone before that. So, I mean, what else are you looking at? I mean, you're literally going to be drafting wide receivers every year.
I mean, to be fair, we've talked about this with Jacksonville before. I mean, they've got money to do damn near anything they want.
Yeah.
You got you're 56 under the cap right now with your top 51 players. So,
money.
Yeah, there's no real position where they seem to be overloaded, except they've got 8 players signed to their secondary, making almost $35 million. Again, you've got 56 to play with, so it's not like you got to go and cut guys to make room.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and most of that is Shaquille Griffin.
Oh my God. He still got a job?
He's 27.
From Seattle.
No, I'm not talking about Shaquille Griffin. I'm talking about Buster fucking Screen.
Oh.
He still got a job?
I was, yeah.
Gee, Mr. Pass Interference. Who worse, him or Eli Apple in terms of getting past interference penalty? Or Marshawn Lattimore? They all handsy as hell.
How many of those guys went to Ohio State?
They did. I've been said Eli Apple was trash coming out of Ohio State. I don't know why people thought he was the one. Marshawn Lattimore, he's okay. He ain't on the Saints worth.
Well, I feel bad. The Raiders, they went and drafted Damon Arnett. Now that motherfucker's out of the league.
Hey, we were there when what did we both said about Damon Arnett? I was like,
too early.
Why did y'all draft him in the first round? I'm like, that's a 3rd round pick. Like, y'all weak. They drafted him because he runs a 4.2. That's why they drafted him.
Yeah, just to
speed numbers.
I see you're scrolling there, but just to make fun of Tennessee for a little bit, you're $7 million in the hole right now. Ryan Tannehill is making $38 million.
30 of that.
Did they extend Derrick Henry?
Manager.
Hang on, Derrick Henry. He's making 15. Technically, they have an out in that contract if you want to use it. They are signed through this year and next, and then he's a UFA for 24. So they haven't extended him yet.
Well, this list here, this is round 1 of the Chiefs going bye-bye. This is round 1. We said that there was going to be a tipping point. It's not going to be this year. We figured it would probably be after next year. But here's the start.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
Here's your start right now. It's like
they're 4.5 in the hole right now.
I hate to say it. I think Honey Badger's gone though.
I mean, they'd have to work some magic to re-sign him.
Yeah.
Daniel Swartz is not a bad safety neither.
And McKinnon kind of helped right on in when Clyde Edwards was gone. So it's like, that
Darrell wasn't bad.
Darrell Williams.
Yeah, Williams wasn't either. It's your depth right there going out the door.
I think when it comes to wide receivers, them two guys won't be a loss because Mahomes is good enough. You can put any receiver.
Here's the thing: you have 11 receivers under contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're not gonna lose
11?
their sleep.
11.
Yeah, they're not losing sleep over these two.
Making $32 million.
Hill.
Well, you got Hill making over 20, so
Right.
there's the bulk of your cap. Hardman's making 4.4. Everybody else is under 1.
Well, they got everything. The only guys I knew was Robinson, Pringle, Hartman, and
Okay.
Hill.
Let me go down this
Gordon.
list. Stop me if you've heard of this guy or any of them. Justin Watson.
No.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, I say Gordon.
Yeah. What does it say?
Garrick Dieter.
Sound like a baseball player.
Derice Fountain or Fontaine. Gary Jennings.
Heard of that name?
Chris Finke. I was going to say, isn't that a quarterback? Cornell Powell, Matthew Sexton, and Omar Bayless.
We're going to hear
Omar who? Omar Bayless?
Yes.
We will be hearing some new names next year.
Here's the thing. All of these guys are 25, 26, 27, so it's not like they just got drafted either.
Right.
They're a few years in.
The big thing about the Chiefs, too, though, is the whole Frank Clark situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, Frank.
Yeah, I mean that's $26 million just in limbo. You just don't know what you're doing with it.
But like I said, this is round one, and just like, oof, I hope you can figure out some. Like Dave said, you're gonna need some magic.
Just for shits and giggles, George. Just for shits and giggles.
Shoot.
Can you go to the Texans and the Jets?
Oh, but of course.
Let's just talk about the Texans a little bit more. Let's laugh at them.
Here we go. The Houston Texans.
Christian Kirksey.
Let's hang on. Let's get the elephant out of the way first. So keep in mind, this coming year, you are paying Deshaun Watson $40 million to sit on the bench. Proceed.
Again.
No,
to sit at home again. But I think court date is coming actually in a few days. Actually,
but I see some people on that list they can get rid of automatically and won't be missed.
Farrell Brown,
David Johnson.
I can't believe Amendola went to fucking Houston.
Rock and roller Amendola.
And anybody here want to guess the 3 running backs that are on the roster?
Hold on.
It was May 2nd. I thought it was in March.
Hold on. They ain't got Philip Lindsay no more. I know he's gone. Oh my God. I don't know who they got on their roster.
There's one I've heard of. Rex Burkhead. That's your top guy.
Wow.
That's your top
there?
guy. Yeah.
Oh, poor Rex.
Scotty Phillips.
Who?
And Darius Anderson.
Huh. Okay.
All right, Nick.
Okay.
Never heard of those guys.
Keep in mind,
I don't think David Johnson even gets picked up.
He might not. He might be one of those guys that he might be like a mid-season,
Filling.
Nick Chubb just blew out his ankle and
practice squad.
Sorry.
Good Lord.
Let's see. Them guys, Christian Kirksey. Desmond King, I remember he came from the Chargers. Jesus, he came from the Chargers, went to the Texans.
Justin Reed's not bad as a safety.
I was gonna say Justin Reed's not bad.
Pretty sure he's with
He's not a bad linebacker.
Percy can stay on the free agency wire.
Jordan Akins. Yeah, he can kick rock.
I wasn't going to mention any.
I just want to know which team Tyrod's going to go to so he can get hurt and the rookie can come in and take over again.
All right.
I mean, that sounds like a job for Carolina.
Hey,
Didn't we talk
I
about
was
that
just
guy?
going to say, guess what? The Carolina Panthers are looking.
Damn years old.
Jamison Crowder. Oh.
Now, the one on this list that I think we will probably tag is Berrios.
You're just a big fan of that dude.
I think
it's either going to be him or Marcus May. They love Marcus May. He's
yeah,
damn good safety. He just
I can see that.
Stuck with the Jets.
But I mean, those were their two big bright spots as far as the guys go. It was Berrios and May. Yep.
Keenan Cole. That's crazy.
And Cole hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean,
Crowder.
Like I said, out of Jacksonville and into the Jets, and just hasn't done squat since.
I mean, but if you leave a good team and go to a team like the Jets and the Texans, your career flops after that. That's your fault.
I see Flacco on that list. So Zach Wilson's the only quarterback they have rostered right now.
Really?
God.
That's it. So
they ain't got first overall pick Mike White.
I can't even know.
So funny when he said that. He brought so 5 interceptions.
So I mean, you think Teddy Bridgewater maybe?
Teddy Two Gloves?
Well, he is on Denver's free agent list, yes. So that I mean,
they is high as hell on Zach Wilson.
Yeah, you need somebody to back that guy up. You need, and when I say back up, be ready to step. Come on.
Well, I was going to say I wouldn't necessarily say back up. I'd say start and groom the rookie because Zach's still going to be rookie status. I'm sorry. It's like Zach, you're still rookie. Year 2 of your rookie. Yeah, you need somebody to come in here and start.
You need a mentoring quarterback.
Yeah.
Somebody that can spot start if he wants the name, Louis Thompson. Somebody that can slide in, yeah. It just, I still think I can see
does Fitzpatrick fit?
He's the guy that I see possibly.
Does Fitzmagic fit here, though? Because Fitz can walk right in the door and start. And he's started and groomed a few other bodies. Does Fitz walk in the door and start here?
I wouldn't think he would start.
If I had to pick a quarterback, people laugh. I think Tyrod Taylor will be right there. Like, he's that veteran professional.
Tyrod couldn't make it with Houston. I don't think you can.
He ain't going there to start.
Here's the thing. I mean, you bring Tyrod in, he's good for like 4 games, and then he's figured out.
I'm sorry. You want a guy who can actually win and show your quarterback how to win. I think Fitzpatrick works better here.
You don't want to give the Jets old iron lung.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
No. Fucked up.
Wow.
I mean, the Jets have damn near $45 million to spend. So
yeah.
They can do what they want.
Definitely.
I don't know.
You could bring somebody like
Patrick as a starter to me. Like, so
Zach is not going to start. He won't start next year. You're bringing somebody in to be your starter.
I doubt it.
Yeah, whether it's Fitzmagic,
you
whether
really
it's
think the Jets think that's smart?
Jimmy G.
I was just gonna say, let Jimmy G go right on over.
Whether it's Russell Wilson.
I will personally, kick
I
him
said this
out
before.
the
George,
door.
you can't be bitchy, okay? You stuck with either Jimmy G or Trey Lance. You got to pick one, okay? You ain't got no other
No,
choice.
the thing is I want to see Jimmy G go to the Jets and succeed, so we can rub it in George's face that he's succeeding with the Jets.
I think somebody said this
There.
about.
I have chosen. There is.
Oh, so your team Trey.
There's the Trey. I have chosen.
Good.
Are you happy? I have chosen.
And here comes the Jimmy G extension.
Oh my God. The Jimmy G jersey will be burned at El Patio de Burrage. I will gladly take the loss of a number.
Even if Cleveland signs him.
Excuse me? What'd you say?
I'm okay with that.
I said
What'd
even
you
if
say?
Cleveland signs him.
I'm sorry. What? I will be burning the Jimmy G jersey at El Patio de Burrage.
Say if Cleveland signs him, you're probably burning more than a jersey.
Ooh. You know what I would like to see? Go to them. Go to the Jets. I like to see Andy Dalton go.
Now I think Dalton's done.
Go to the Jets.
Dalton's gonna end up in. He's gonna end up in Houston.
Dalton will be sitting at home waiting for some quarterback.
No, George, don't say that, okay?
No.
I need Andy Dalton on the football field, okay?
No, sorry. He's going to be sitting at home waiting for a phone call.
I can't laugh
right
at
along with Flacco.
Andy Dalton is going to be a commander before we know it. That has to be copyrighted material.
I was going to say, well, we just got booted. The Commanders.
I mean, Lord knows. I mean, because we heard when everybody was together for the combine, Washington made inquiries about every damn quarterback that might have been available. So,
well, we're going to go right to this guy right here. That's who I think that they'll be looking at.
Sorry, that was a talking Barbie.
That's not the first person. It's a bunch of like media people said that they can see somebody picking up Mitch, getting them $10 million a year.
Yeah.
And I apologize to Trubisky because it's like, bro, it wasn't your fault that you was bad. You stuck with Matt Nagy. Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. Why not? Why not Mitch in Washington? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'd take a chance on him. Why not Mitch in Tampa?
Mitch in Tampa?
I mean, we're going to give him like a $10 million. I mean, in my opinion, I think Tampa is still the best team in that division. Like, you don't need superstar quarterback play. You need. What's a better word for decent towards like good? Like somewhere in between there.
You need an adequate quarterback.
Okay, yeah. Like, go in here, Mitch. Don't.
Well, I was going to say it's not like Bruce Arians can coach quarterbacks. Let's. I mean, hey, what
if Jimmy G follows something?
I'm sorry, I said Bruce Arians can coach quarterbacks.
He can.
Mitch is perfect.
But can he coach Mitch Trubisky?
Sure.
Anybody but Matt Nagy can.
I was going to say, if Matt Nagy can screw the kid up wholeheartedly, an actual real football coach would be an upgrade. I mean,
did he not have a real football coach in Buffalo?
Did he get to play? No. Why?
I'm
sorry. There's a guy named Josh Allen who went, enjoy the bench, kid. Enjoy the bench.
Could there be the possibility that Trubisky goes to the Giants if they're not sold on Danny Dimes because of Dayball being there now?
Ooh.
Good point.
All right. Well, yeah.
They might revamp that whole team. They said Saquon is available for trade.
He can't stay healthy.
What?
Believe me, I know. I did him like 2-3 years in fantasy.
Actually, I even just thought of why not even Carolina too, for that matter, because Carolina's up on.
I would just like to point out.
PJ's gone.
I'd just like to point out Mitch Trubisky got into 6 games for Buffalo this past year. He was 6 of 8. Good percentage, but with an interception. So it's a horrible interception percentage.
Handing off the football and trying to get third downs in garbage time doesn't count. So no, I'm thinking, yeah, the Giants, Carolina, Tampa, yeah, Clint, Tampa
will be a good sleeper for me.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. That's not a bad call. Who does Buffalo tag though off this list?
Probably Isaiah McKenzie after that fucking playoff game he had.
I lean probably towards Jerry Hughes.
You know they're gonna let Emmanuel Sanders walk.
Yeah, they're letting Sanders go.
And it's gone. When I take that back, I think Kenzie might be the best bet, probably. Cole Beasley's gone too.
Yeah, Beasley's gone. So yeah, it could be
Gabriel Davis though, who showed out.
Holy shit! Sorry, I turned on Raw because they got the men's section on. They just introduced Jerry the King Waller, and he's wearing a Myles Garrett jersey because they are in Cleveland tonight.
He's a Browns fan.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. Know that. Sorry, it's not a Lolly. It's a Lolly jersey, but it's number 95. So
I'm a little surprised. I think Miami's tag goes here.
Look at all the journeyman running backs on that list.
Yeah, I know. Right?
No offense, but fuck Mike Gesicki, though.
What do you ever do to you, Clint?
Inconsistent ass. Motherfucker, give me 0 catches when I need you. Don't even get a damn target thrown his way. Then I sit his ass down, he goes for 8 and a $1.20 with like 2 knees.
Wow, Clint.
And man, Jalen Hurts.
You don't sound disgruntled one bit.
No, I like Gesicki though. I mean, he showed up for me when I had him a couple times. Jalen Hurts is dead to me. I don't care about Jalen Hurts no more. Like, I don't feel bad for him no more. He can tear an ACL. I won't feel bad.
Wow.
He cost me a lot of money. Cost me a lot of money because you go for it to get the Giants. Shit don't slide with me. Nope. Damn, that was a good week. Now I'm getting salty all over again thinking about that shit.
You think Brian Hoyer gets any looks?
No, he'll get the
he probably just stay there.
Typical veteran minimum re-sign for a couple of years. You know,
I think he re-signed with the Patriots.
Or Hoyer goes and backs up in LA. Or I'm sorry, Vegas.
Backup car?
Yep. Remember who the head coach is?
Oh yeah, McDaniels.
McDaniels. And McDaniels and Hoyer are like 2 peas in a pod. So
they released today, didn't they?
What's that?
They released Van Noy today, I think.
I said I want the Browns to get him last year. I can't pass on Kyle Van Noy twice.
That BYU boy.
Yeah, but Hoyer could end up as a Raider.
I think their tag goes here to J.C. Jackson. If they tag. Belichick don't tag people though.
Or McCourty.
I was gonna say I was thinking it would be McCourty. But I mean Bill just knows when people are done and just says, see ya.
I'm curious if they keep James White.
I don't think so. I think Bill will sit there and go, all right, who else is coming out?
Yeah, I think with the emergence of Stevenson,
Yep.
I think it just made White expendable.
Just like Burkhead out the door. Now it's White's turn out the door.
Just remember, Bill's philosophy is every player he drafts or acquires, he does so thinking about what player they are replacing.
Yep.
That's exactly it. He's like, okay, I'm picking up this guy in the 4th round, and he takes this guy's spot.
They got some people down there though. I mean, Trent Brown is a key piece for them. Dante Hightower.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like Teddy and Junior. It's like, you let him, you use him for what you've got him for, and then he lets them go, right? It's like when their peak is done, and Bill goes, okay, you're done, and you're out.
That's why I think that's for that reason I think his tag goes to J.C. Jackson. I think J.C. Jackson's only like 20, 25 years old. He slowly became one of the best corners last year.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's when they're done or when they're used up. I think it's very much he knows how to value a player, and the instant that the production does not equal the paycheck, that's when he cuts them loose. And he is exceptional at figuring that out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Look at a lot of the defense going bye-bye out of Baltimore.
Elias Campbell's huge.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people there. He's huge, yeah.
Yes.
Brandon Williams, he's huge. The run stopper.
McPhee is too.
He's another one.
Yep. It is a lot.
This is
they say Patrick Ricard, they say he might get paid this off season.
And then they're sitting there going, yeah, Baltimore is going to be, leading back the AFC North, and I'm going, I don't think so.
I thought that Huntley was a free agent too. The quarterback.
No.
Well,
no, he's still on the rookie. He's still on the rookie contract.
What I'm looking at, they only have one quarterback on roster, and that's Lamar. That's it.
I know there was all that talk when he was playing while Lamar was hurt that he was like basically a field. It was like an interview more or less for teams to possibly take a shot at him.
I think a team will pick him up. He played well enough for me to think a team would give him a look.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yep, he played just well enough to where, okay, let's see what this guy's got. But Baltimore's looking at roughly $10 million to play with. That's it. At least right now.
I'm trying to look at their roster and see.
You got $52 million tied up in your secondary right now.
That's Marcus Peters.
That is Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey.
Both who had ACL or injuries.
And who are two top 15 corners when they're on that football field.
And for that matter, you've got Tavon Young making $9 million. So between those three players, three corners, you've got 41, almost $42 million. Something's got to give there.
Huntley is a restricted free agent. That's why he is not on this list. So
he's not a UFA and he's not signed.
Yeah. So he's in limbo. So the Ravens own his rights right now, still being the restricted free agent. So that's why he's not on this list. So and why he's not on the roster. But I would think that they will, because they signed him as a undrafted rookie. So it's a good possibility they'll throw some scraps at him to keep him.
Not saying Baltimore is going to do this, but they could literally save themselves $10 million by dumping Marcus Peters. You're paying him 15.5. Your dead cap is 5.5.
Mm.
And like I said, you've got 3 corners that are getting an awful lot of money right now.
I mean,
Like I said, that defense is going to look.
I wouldn't be shocked if they do it though.
That defense is going to look a lot different, and it's going to be. They're going to have to try to They're going to have to pull off like the Rams had to do years ago. You're going to have to just try to outscore your opponents because you're not going to have the defense. We'll be looking at the over-unders going, okay, take the over.
Let's see if they actually have any wide receivers.
I'm sorry, do you want it what? Cincinnati,
I mean,
we covered.
I know. Sorry. I know all these names at wide receiver, and I'm like, wow, I just haven't seen these guys play.
Right. So here's Cincinnati's, and we know that we already mentioned the tagging for him.
Jesse Bates.
Bates, yeah.
Larry O and Joby.
They got 36 to play with. Lots of money.
I don't
really see nobody on this list that I can see them like making a high tank effort to retain.
Well, I think they'll yeah.
I think that
still, you got to do something. I mean, they've got 36 to spend. I mean, if I'm them, I'm drafting and signing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who did we see earlier that it was?
Armstead from the Saints.
Yeah.
He'll be a great blindside for Joe Burrow.
Yes, he would. Yeah.
I hear tell from Houston, Laramie Tunsil's available.
He'll be another one.
I'm trying to get myself muted. I really am.
You can mute yourself, dude.
I know.
Hell, you can kick yourself out of there.
Can I? Hang on. Let me see.
Yeah.
I can. I'm just not terribly sure I'd figure out how to get back.
I'm not going to sit here and let y'all punish Larry Tunsil because of the fact that the Texans paid him that asinine amount of money.
I was going to say, I'm going to punish him because he's being paid like $800 million.
The most.
The Colts.
Who was that?
Yeah, the Colts. This is the Colts
Damn,
list.
Jack Doyle retired?
They're almost. Yeah, Jack Doyle. That came across.
It was a long time coming with him, man. He had too many neck injuries, man.
8 or 9 years. Yeah, that
also
just
too. It don't help that Vontaze Burfict ended his career.
Yeah, Doyle. The whole thing of Doyle rules now is over. So, but yeah, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Star, another former Brown on that name.
DJ Carey.
And one who can't tackle.
Oh yeah, fucking down there at the bottom, Sendejo.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I almost just kept the list like this.
Here's the thing. I mean, the Colts have $41 million.
Eric Fisher.
And if they decide to part ways with Carson Wentz, they free up another 15. I mean, yeah, it's a huge list, but they can completely remake their roster this offseason if they want.
Yes,
shout out to Tyquan Lewis, Ohio State guy.
and even bring in a solid big name too if they really wanted to.
Mo
Like Russell
Alley.
Wilson.
Damn.
It's a good thing Bryce is
Walking to him Wentz. He was walking to him Wentz. Now you're gonna be walking to him out the door. Oh, Carson.
Here's Denver's list. I was gonna say we're gonna get to him.
Melvin Gordon is a free agent.
A lot of linebackers.
Yeah, they're another one with the linebacker situation and the corners.
Kyle Fuller.
It doesn't really look like a lot, but again, this is depth. I mean, you really don't know. I think I even saw in the mock draft stuff as far as Denver's looking at tackle and linebacker because of this. So that was pretty much the only two positions they even had. They weren't looking. It looks like the mocks, they weren't even looking at anything else.
Well, I mean, if they're letting Melvin Gordon go, obviously you have Javonte Williams, but this is the NFL now. You cannot run with one running back.
Right.
So, I mean,
remember there is one Mr. Cordell Patterson sitting out there.
This is true, and Denver's got $40 million.
Right. That and that's where I think that this comes into play is, hey, you can pull somebody in like Peterson and okay.
I think it would be a win. I will give props to Melvin Gordon though, because I think this is the first time in a while he actually been like healthy.
Yeah,
He's
straight up,
on the football field.
Straight up, I thought he was coming into Denver last year to just warm up for Javonte Williams, and then he'd be cast aside. But no, I mean he was out there just as much.
I like Josie Jewell, and he's another Iowa guy, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we covered through the Chiefs. Now we get into
really Richie Incognito still on that list.
when I saw
he's one of my most favorite athletes.
Yeah, when I seen this list, I'm going, man, I was wondering where he went to.
Shout out to Big John Hankins, another Ohio State guy. Well, that's actually good.
Well, if you think about it, you've got Jackson and Jones both gone. Plus, now you've also lost your other wide receiver due to manslaughter.
They got some people on here that's nice. AJ Wright.
You're gonna be looking for wide receivers here.
Casey Hayward.
Is that how that would show up on the injury report? Just curious. Anyway.
That's almost as bad as one of Sud's jokes.
Almost.
Almost.
He appeared on the injury report as hungover.
I can't even say it with a straight face. I can't even just
see you in hell, folks.
I was going to say, we're going straight to hell.
I'm already going there. I'm going to spot reserved. Okay, damn it, so I'm going to act out.
There's always the D for doubtful. No, there's
D for drunk. That's what he is.
Oh, wow. So, slide it down to the Chargers.
Chris Harris.
You know what's crazy about all these corners?
But Mike Williams being on
this. They kind of second thought now because Grant Newsom is sounding like funky, like this is a stud.
Yeah, but Mike Williams, I thought, would be tagged on this list.
They said he's probably going to get
might. But the thing is, you're paying Keenan Allen 19.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, who the hell else are you going to throw to the ball?
Right.
That was the shocker when they said Eckler might be a captain. But
Well, they also got what the hell? I got a brain fart now. I picked him up in the last 3-4 weeks for fantasy.
talking about Guyton?
Yeah, thank you. So, I mean, but that's that's your third. You want to kind of keep your trio together. I mean, I wouldn't want him out the door. I mean, you can let Jared Cook go. Clint knows all about that disaster. Or was it Adam?
That wasn't me.
One of you guys. I was going to say, one of you guys was not happy with that.
I ain't pick him up in the draft all that none, man.
I am curious to see if Mike Williams does leave, where he ends up.
Yeah, that's an intriguing name.
That's a big boy.
Yes, it is. Well, you eliminate 6 of those cheap wide receivers off of Kansas City, and Mike Williams is looking pretty nice. Matching
you eliminate 6 of those cheap wide receivers off of Kansas City, you still can't afford Mike Williams. Because all you did was free up like $5 million.
Hey, Tyree, we need to restructure, buddy.
Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think Eckler's going anywhere. He's only making $7 million.
Yeah.
For what he just did this year, that's a bargain.
Yeah, which was shocked that they were talking about he might be a cap hit with like.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you running the ball with?
Justin is coming off the rookie contract. Justin Jackson's coming off the rookie contract. So.
Yeah, you don't cut off the Eckler though, like.
No.
It's because right now you've got Josh Kelly.
That's the one I was trying to think of.
Right. Yeah. And Larry Roundtree.
Yeah, about Larry Roundtree.
I don't know. I mean, Jackson really didn't do a whole hell of a lot.
He didn't do what it was expected of him to do.
Hey,
that's for sure.
He did what he was expected that week against the Texans. Now he did his job that day.
He didn't do from Chinola. All right, NYG. NYG. Here's the Giants.
Ooh, are we doing QB sneaks on 3rd and 9?
Hang on. Not to gloss over the fact the Chargers have $57 million to spend.
$57 million to spend?
I mean, Mike Williams might be back.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Well, here's the thing.
They need to upgrade that defense though, because they defense is straight trash last year.
Yeah.
Outside of Derwin James and Joey Bosa, they ain't had nobody else.
Do they take the opportunity and say they don't re-sign Mike Williams and go get like Amari Cooper or somebody else instead?
Or just draft somebody. It's a wide receiver. I mean, there's a lot of wide receivers.
I'm sure Amari Cooper on the market will be probably less than Mike Williams, I'm assuming.
Well, who is I was going to say, but who is Cleveland going to get? Because you're not getting Landry.
I heard their name been linked to Allen Robinson a lot.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
I seen Zolt's head snap.
Yeah, we both did. It's like, whoa.
I have purpose in life again.
The thing with the Browns that gets me is I have a feeling they're not going to take a receiver at 13.
Just the crazy thing.
I don't think so.
They might not like this because y'all from Michigan, so y'all might not like this. They saying that they might take Garrett Wilson because he was high school teammate with Baker Mayfield.
Right. But
they try to play on the Chase, Burrow, Waddle, Tua connection.
What you did in high school is not what you can do in college.
But yeah, I'm also hearing that the Browns might go defensive line route.
The kid from Georgia that ran that, the big boy that ran that 4.740.
You need a wide receiver. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
But there's a lot of wide receivers you
But
can
this
get later.
draft is wide receiver heavy.
You can get a George Pickens from Georgia in the second round.
I'm saying
That
getting
kid from
free agent.
Arkansas.
I'm talking
And
free
the
agent
Browns was
wide
real.
receiver.
They said the Browns was counting on him heavy. What's his name again?
Pickens
Yeah.
from Georgia.
What did Amari Cooper cost the Cowboys?
You mean what
20
was he
was
getting paid? He was getting paid 20.
$20 million.
Okay. What's Cleveland got in the bank?
I'm not paying Amari Cooper $20 million.
I can see the Browns going for the cheaper route and doing a Michael Gallup.
I like Michael Gallup. I can see them doing that.
I don't think Gallup is leaving Dallas.
Try to not get a
I think
big
they
name
like
wide
him.
receiver, but get like a bunch of like secondary that could have the potential to be.
You have to go get a big receiver. You have no choice.
I think DPG can be that number one guy. Like I like Downton Peoples-Jones.
Who else you got going opposite? Who's going opposite of him?
He need to stop trying to make the
Who?
big play all the time.
Schwartz.
It ain't Schwartz's fault that he was bad last year. That Stefanski can use him right. Again, that Stefanski not using people right.
You need a number one. You do not have a one right now.
You do need a number one, but for the right price though. I'm not overpaying for Mike Williams or Amari Cooper. I don't care how bad I need a one. I need a one for the right price. Because if this shit with Baker do hit the fan and it don't work, you stuck with a popular number one that might not be shit. And he's just sitting there.
See, I think if you're the Browns, you go get
smart though. So
if you're gonna draft one, and I'm not just saying this because obviously I'm not a fan of Ohio State, but you go get you a Drake London or the Traylon Burks, the two guys that are above 6'2", 6'1", big body able receivers, that can go up and get the ball. But I understand everybody's infatuation with the Olaves and the Garrett Wilsons of the world.
Yeah, but they're going in the top 10. You can forget.
Well, that's why there's a lot of mock drafts that have the Browns trading with the Broncos so they can get one of the receivers.
Really, the Browns trading with the Broncos? Yeah.
Trading up to whatever they're at 9, I think.
Yeah, they trade up to 9.
I think
take one of those guys.
I think he's gone even before that. I think the Giants tag Olave.
I hope not.
Yeah, but
no, if he's there,
that's exactly who's sitting right there to do it.
I see a lot of the Giants mocks having them taking Thibodeau or that kid from Notre Dame, Hamilton or something.
I think the Giants will go probably one of the best available. They could be
wide receiver is on their list.
But
one thing here, Evan Ingram, I'm very surprised.
No, he suck. He another one that sucks.
I mean, look at all their linebackers too. They gonna need some linebackers.
Hang on. Let me revisit Giants and their wide receivers. The wide receivers that they're currently paying $43 million this coming year.
Kenny Galladay.
I know.
Kenny Galladay.
Oh my God, they still got. I forgot about Babytron.
Forgot about Galladay.
Babytron no more.
Babytron's only been there a year.
He's operation now. That's what I'm calling him. He's operation now. He's like he touched the thing and Bill Bug. He's hurt.
He is getting paid 21.1, and Sterling Shepard is getting paid 12.4.
Like Sterling Shepard, he's a no guy that just can't stay healthy.
Then you got the rookie.
Then you got
Tony.
Well,
who else they got?
You have no tight end. These are the two tight ends.
They got Kyle
and
Rudolph.
You also have no cap room. You're -5.
Ooh.
How?
Damn. You got to move somebody.
How y'all -5?
What's the guys?
Well, you got to sign Galladay,
I was going to say, because you're paying Galladay $21 million.
Galladay, that's why you're in the hole.
God, that's the one that throws you okay. And there's some guys over here that I see a guy on the list right here that the Cincinnati can go after. He's not a tackle. But if they get Big Will Hernandez, though.
Just going to say, is it Big Willie? Yeah. I was looking at that, too. I'm going, ooh, buddy, yeah.
Bro, at least got some inside help. Billy Bryce. Do he go back to the Bengals? Because he's really with the Bengals.
Billy Price.
Yeah.
What's
Lorenzo.
Cincinnati got to spend, Dave?
Hold on.
I was just saying the plus side.
Oh, they were in the 40s.
Cincinnati's got money. They got 30. They've got almost 36.
Oh yeah.
Jabril Peppers is a free agent.
Coming off an Achilles injury, I think, or something. He had some sort of injury.
Yeah. But he was good with the Giants, though. He actually won the bright spot with the Giants. We got a fellow Browns on this list.
Yeah.
Danny
Shelton still hanging around?
And look, we got our 40 king on there, too, from the Combine.
Yeah, John Ross. Yep.
He still got a job?
Well, that's just the thing. You can run like the wind, but if you can't catch the damn ball or run your routes.
They got Long Neck Glennon.
Stretch Armstrong?
Bring back the 90s when you say that. Stretch Armstrong.
Here's the funny thing. You're almost $6 million in the hole if you're the Giants. You're only paying your quarterbacks $10 million. I mean, the amount that this team has been cap mismanaged is, my God. Gettleman just destroyed this damn team.
That's the reason he got booed when they retired Eli Manning's jersey. Eli was like, "Oh," he had to look like, "Yeah, I see why they booing you. I don't blame them."
Anthony Barr's on there.
Jesus.
Yeah, like I said, there are a lot of linebackers. There are a lot of linebackers.
I like McKenzie
that are being free agents.
They stacked on corners, though.
I've always been a fan of Patrick Peterson from his days, even at LSU.
Yep.
Everson Griffin, if he get his whole situation together, man.
If he gets himself worked out. But here's the thing: Minnesota, if you'll recall, was probably the biggest disappointment as far as defense this previous year.
Yeah, but they lost, if I recall right, they lost the DC before this year.
But how would their cap situation go? Because it's highly talking about Kirk Cousins might not even be with next season.
Right now they're $14 million in the hole.
Right. I knew they weren't too bad off.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought they would be.
No, they're not too bad off.
Let's see. Kirk Cousins is due $45 million to the cap. Sorry, I take back my Ryan Tannehill comment.
Yeah, right.
And here's your problem. Your dead cap for Kirk Cousins is also $45 million.
I forgot because all his whole contract got guaranteed.
Yeah, this is it. This is the final year. This is it. You're paying him $45 million one way or another.
You think about that. He's making $3 million less than Matt Ryan.
Is that why I was going to say, and didn't we see somebody say that, the Cleveland would trade Baker over to Minnesota for him?
That was the hot rumor because the Browns, General VP got hired to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And they start spreading that rumor heavy about trading Baker.
Yeah, he's also the same guy that was with Harbaugh in San Francisco, and they were going to hire Harbaugh as the head coach. We'll see how that works out.
Oh, that was York, that jackass.
Just stop, no. Let's not get George started.
Yeah, don't get.
We ain't got enough show
until York until York sells off. York has got to get. Yeah, when York gets kicked out of that damn office, I'm going
to send you the collapse of the 49ers, George. I think I sent you that already. You could just bitch more about York, how he just destroyed that team. I think guys like Trent Baalke and stuff like that.
Well,
Jim Tussle, stuff like
that. All right. Here we go. Now, I saw this stupid thing on Espen this afternoon.
Is it about Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where you were going with that.
With Denver, and I'm like, eh.
They talking about them trading Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I did. And it was to Denver. And I thought,
well, I didn't say it was to Denver. I just know they was
talking about. Oh no, they named names, and Denver was the big one. But I'm like, who's quarterbacking?
Drew Lock.
Okay. Let me tell you why that wouldn't happen.
Well, no, they actually came up with the.
I mean, they saying if they saying because of the injury prone thing, but I also read they said that you look at his injuries, they've been freak injuries. Like all his injuries been freak injuries. It's like it just don't what happened.
You're paying so you're paying McCaffrey $14 million. If you deal him or cut him, his dead hit is 26.5.
Ooh.
So why even get rid of him?
Well, if you get rid of him, you're paying $12 million more.
Yeah, but I think whatever the parameters were, Denver was giving up a little bit to get him. So I'm assuming it will probably be enough to cover the quiche.
So what is it? You're basically starting over completely because he's the guy that you have. He's the shining star.
You can't use his injury that the fact that you paid him because you knew he was an injured player before you signed him.
Yeah, but
and y'all wore him the hell out. Like,
yeah, and they said that, that Denver would give up first and second round draft picks. They were going to be giving up some draft picks for it.
I need more than draft picks.
I'm mad that Stephon Gilmore's on there. I'd love him to stay.
Oh yeah, he was just a one-time thing.
We still got C.J. Henderson though.
He was somebody else I would love to see with the Browns last year. Well, I mean, guys, I'm looking at their list. I'm like,
yeah.
Here's the thing.
Reddick.
Carolina's not in a terrible spot. They've got $31 million to play with. The problem is they've got $31 million to play with, and they're doing things like paying Robbie Anderson $16. So well, I mean, you fix some of these contracts, and you actually have a ton of money to play with.
Well, I assume Darnold's
actually, what is the dead hit on releasing Robbie?
Along with Cam.
It's almost the same. I mean, you're basically saving $1 million, but you're getting out of that deal. I mean, the out is after this coming year, because then his dead cap drops to like 4.
Okay. Well, but like I said, the key thing is you had Teddy Bridgewater who was hooking up and just getting a good chemistry with him, and that's why he took off. And then when Teddy left, that's why I knew I wasn't drafting Robbie Anderson this year because Teddy left. Everybody else drafted Robbie.
What they did with the Robbie thing was when Darnold went there, they assumed he was going to get the magic them two had back when they was with the Jets.
And it wasn't
like, no, because Robbie Anderson was a flash in the pan wide receiver. Like, he wasn't as good as advertised. He was with the Jets.
Well, no, it's the quarterback. No, it was totally proven it was the quarterback. If you can get the correct rapport with the quarterback, like he did with Teddy Bridgewater, things happen. Just like I said earlier, if you've got the right offensive scheme with the correct player, the correct quarterback, you're going to do well. If you don't,
that shit had to break up though because Darnold Anderson was good with the Jets that 1 year.
Well, I think what was it with Bridgewater, DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson both went for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So I mean, like George said, it's all about who you have under center.
Yeah, I get what he's saying about the chemistry, but Darnold and Anderson had chemistry with the Jets, so they thought they can rebuild it back, and it just ain't work.
Here's the thing with
he became DJ Moore trigger happy. It was DJ Moore. I love DJ Moore.
Here's the thing with Carolina, and I kind of hate to say this, but you are 1 year away from a full reset, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because you got Darnold for 1 more year, and he's off your books completely.
Oh, yes. I thought it was his last year.
He's got 1 year. This coming year is the last year. You want to get rid of Robbie Anderson and his contract next year? You do it.
I don't. Sam Darnold on the sidelines holding the clipboard.
Then we're back to who else do you want?
It's crazy because he was like good for like the first 6 games of the year. He lost to Sam Darnold name. I called him by his actual name.
Yeah.
I called him Sam Darnold.
Yes,
He
you
was
did.
playing that good.
Yes, you did.
He just hit the fan.
What happened when you stopped calling him that? He started sucking again.
Was Andy Dalton's excuse.
Oh, well, it's old man River. It's old man River there.
That's crazy. I kind of feel like, did I jinx him when I stopped calling him by his name?
All right. So, like I brought up earlier, do you slide Mitch Trubisky over here?
I'd be okay with that.
I think they got the pieces there, and also too, I think is it Terrence Mitchell? I think he's gonna have a breakout year for the Panthers this year too.
Now, the Saints is an extremely small list, but
Two quarterbacks.
In a few spots, they're important depth positions.
I'm looking at these guys and look like Kenny still got a job.
No. Stills was like 4th and 5th depth chart. Traquan is the one that's a key. He was number 2.
I know about Traquan Smith. I'm just shocked that Kenny Stills is on this list. It's a lot of guys here. I think that still only got jobs. I'm like, do they really still got jobs?
Well, he's that journeyman 5th man, and he'll be someplace else.
He'll always have an NFL job if he's one of those veteran guys.
So right now, the only quarterback on the Saints roster is one Taysom Hill.
Well, which you're going to bring his name up again. I saw one today where they were talking about your boy going there, Jimmy G.
I'm going to correct you on this. Number one, Jameis Winston is technically under contract. It's a voidable year, so we know they're going to void the year. You have Ian Book.
See, I'm about to say I know Ian Book played for them. He started one game.
According to Spotrac, you've also got Blake Bortles under contract.
Oh, what? God. He still got a job?
For 2022, he's got a cap hit of $895,000.
He's going to be gone.
Oh, my God.
Blake Bortles.
Bortles was picked up when Hill went for his surgery. I forgot about that. Book, I didn't even realize.
I know he got picked up at all.
Book is 24, so he's still on. He's on his second year of 4-year deal.
Wow.
Yeah. Sean Payne taking that year away kind of.
Here's the thing, and I know we've beaten the Saints to death with this, but they're $42 million in the hole. You have 4 quarterbacks on your roster, and you're only paying them $17 million. So that's not where the money's going.
Yeah, I already know where the money's going. Somewhere reason Marshawn Lattimore making almost $30 million a fucking year. Get it. I don't. Look. I get. Look, I'm not a. I love my Buckeyes, but I'm sorry, he's not worth $30 million a year. First of all, if you're going against the Bucks, put Mike Evans in your lineup. Mike Evans gonna get at least 8 and 200 on him. He can't guard Mike Evans for nothing.
Cam Jordan's making 23.
Oh, the Cardinals. Their situation might be tricky. Kyler Murray said he wanted an extension before the draft. They talking about Christian Kirk might get like $12 million a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that too, and that's your running back depth there too, peeps. That's your running back depth.
Okay. We're gonna play the game again. Name the 2 running backs currently on the roster
for the Cardinals.
Yep.
That's
Hold
Shit, the guy who got injured.
Hold on. I think I know one of these guys' names.
Hold on.
I'm brain farting because I drafted him too. What the hell?
I'm drawing a blank on him.
Okay. Jalen Samuels
Benjamin, I think, right?
and
Right.
Eno Benjamin.
Damn it! That's the one I was thinking of.
I couldn't think of Eno.
Those are your two guys, both making under $1 million.
What are all the damn Steelers? I mean, they got the James Conner from the Steelers, Jalen Samuels from the Steelers.
So you've got Cardinals have under $3 million to spend.
And Zach said he'll take a hometown discount because his wife is from Arizona, and so he said he likes it there, and he said he really wants to stay. So he said he'll do whatever. He says he wants to turn around and he wants to stay there. So sounds like somebody's taking a hometown discount.
Yeah. Now AJ Green, I think, played himself to a bigger payday probably.
AJ Green, I think, is done.
Christian Kirk is the one.
I think AJ's done, and unfortunately, the whole infamous "oops," the controller got dropped play.
Oh God, yeah, get the pack.
I think that did AJ in right there.
Chandler Jones is the name to me that's on the list. It seems like he's about to hit the green. He's one of those guys too that always get tagged.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of linebackers out for the free agency this year. It's like, dude, that's a lot of linebackers.
Yeah, and they've got right now $35 million tied up in existing linebackers.
Somebody might be.
You got Jordan Hicks getting 9.5. You've got Devin Kennard getting 9. Isaiah Simmons is getting 5.6, and I have to imagine you're looking at giving him a payday at some point.
Yeah.
Any word on how Buda Baker's doing with that injury that he had?
Buda.
He was the one that got laid out, wasn't it?
Yeah, his injury was super scary. Dang. I feel like we're missing a couple teams that we didn't check out yet.
Oh no, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there. The show's over.
Here's the Niners. And I know the Niners aren't going to miss any of those wide receivers. They will not be missing any of those boys.
The mighty have fallen in Mohamed Sanu.
Hey, Star.
What about
Guess what I
Travis
see on the
Benjamin?
Niners list?
Travis Benjamin.
And Kawhi Williams.
That's it.
2 more Browns. Ain't that right?
I mean,
They
gave most of the extension, though.
No.
Dang.
Just to revisit Buda Baker real quick. The only thing I have on him is when he was released from the hospital, cleared to return home. So he's recovering, and obviously we're not going to get anything from that until they do off-season stuff. So got a few months yet. I mean, he's got a long time to get cleared. So
yeah.
And what's 49ers cap at the moment?
Now,
1 second.
I think I know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because it might be a different answer. Do you think the emergence of Eli Mitchell makes Mostert expendable a little bit?
No.
That's what I was thinking too.
No, Shanahan.
I'm thinking that too.
Remember, it's the Shanahan mentality. It's you keep your stable.
Trey Sermon's been in the doghouse all year.
You have $3 million.
Wow.
3.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
So you got it tied up, but ain't y'all paying Amastan like $25 million.
Wait until Debo's contract is up. Oof.
Oh, y'all gotta pay that man.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta hope the money's there. See how that's everybody. We have been through everybody.
That's all right.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Oh, so just to revisit, yes, Armstead's getting 20. D Ford is getting 12. Nick Bosa's getting 11.
D Ford. Dang. Oh, y'all, he's due for extension too.
That's 41 over 42 million going to 3 defensive ends.
Y'all have to pay Nick Bosa. He gonna get that Myles Garrett money. I think Jimmy G carries off the books though. Once they trade him or get rid of him, so they should have some more money. They won't have no more money.
It's a hit. It's a hit with him.
Dang.
Isn't it 18?
Oh.
I'm bringing it up now. He's getting paid. He's getting paid 27. No. This is the year. His dead cap is 1.4.
Oh,
that's why they would talk about Trey Lance being a fee.
That's right. There's the door. Let me put you out. I will personally kick you out. Get out. Goodbye. Adios.
I think he hates Jimmy G more than I hate Andy Dalton. I feel like he's into that sort of.
Oh yeah, we're really close. We're really close.
Jimmy G.
I'm gonna laugh, and this would be a great way to end the show because I'll probably get booted for this anyways. But I'm gonna laugh when Jimmy G and Baker both get traded and ended up facing each other in the Super Bowl.